only Paul Taylor. Did you ever notice that tampons come in small and medium, and condoms come in large and extra large? Wouldn't it make more sense if it was the other way around? Have you seen that Fred Meyer puts baby food and condoms on the same aisle? They've got you covered no matter how your weekend turns out. Did you hear they're making scented KY jelly? It comes in rose, lavender, and of course, the traditional tuna fish. I have a girlfriend. She's blonde, just like my last one was, but since this one is not inflatable, I've had to make some adjustments. We were out here at the Loon eating dinner, and just out of the blue, she says, "I want you to quit masturbating." I said, "Why? There's hardly anybody here." Cell phones are getting smaller and smaller, but ever since she found out there was a vibrator app, she's been looking for a bigger one. I don't know why, but she keeps leaving me messages to call her at 10 and let it ring for 30 minutes. I think maybe it's because she's blonde, because she knows I don't have an airplane, but she still wants me to come over and look at her new landing strip. She asked me if I like Brazilians. I told her I didn't know any, but I was sure they were very nice people. She thinks her boobs are too small. She either wants to add 3 cup sizes and 2 inches, or 2 cup sizes and 3 inches. I keep getting confused between what she wishes she had and what she wishes I had. I was in Anchorage, and she called me up and asked me to buy her some bras without underwire. I said, no problem. So I went to Nordstrom's, found the lingerie department, and that's when I realized that the only thing I knew about bras was how to unhook them. So how exactly was I supposed to know which ones have underwire and which ones don't? I thought, well, I can just walk around and feel them. After an hour of doing that, I learned 2 important things. First, I had no idea Alaskan boobs needed that much support. And second, if I ever did that again, it would be a good idea to have a note from her that I could show to the police during booking. You young people probably haven't thought very much about gray pubic hair yet. But I can still remember the day I found out my girlfriend had gone gray. One morning while I was picking my teeth. She's kind of a feminazi. She gave me an article on 101 sexual positions, so I gave her one on rim jobs. She told me I looked like I'd swallowed a basketball. I told her I'd do sit-ups if she'd do Kegels. I've lost 25 pounds. She told me she was just trying to keep me young. I believed that until I caught her practicing my signature. My kids were worried about me having sex. But I told them when you're 69, it's just a number and not a position. Did you know they're trying to develop Viagra for females? They're after something that'll make them more willing. I always thought alcohol worked pretty well myself. But when you start hanging around with postmenopausal women, you kind of need to stay away from dry wine. Viagra's good stuff. It's like having a stick in your dick. But the problem was I couldn't find a safe word that worked, and I wasn't getting any rest. So I went to the castle and I asked the sales lady if they had any vibrators. She just rolled her eyes and motioned to the back of the store. And I'm telling you guys, if you ever see what's in that place, you'll never feel like a real man again. I mean, some of those things are big enough it would take a car battery to operate. And you ladies, how do you know which one to get? Do they have sizing charts? The formula for the volume of a cylinder is pi times height, or in this case depth, times radius squared. So do you take a calculator with you? And who gets to take the measurements? That'd be a better retirement job for me than being a greeter at Walmart. So I found the sales lady and told her I was trying to pick out a vibrator for my girlfriend. And she very sweetly asked me, "Are you going to be the operator or just an observer?" I said, "Listen, all I'm trying to do is get some sleep." So help me find one that's big enough to do the job, but small enough it doesn't need a backup warning horn. My name is Paul Taylor, and that's my time.